This is Honky Talkin with your host, Tyler Lance Walker Gill. Brought to you in front of a live audience at Louisville's own Whirling Tiger. And now, folks, a man that is definitely too big for his britches, Tyler Lance Walker Gill.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not first class, but he's not white trash either. Your host, Mr. Tyler Lance Walker Gill.
I'm a little white trash. I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. You're my spotlight guy now. Well, I won't be much when you get through with me. There you go. Well, I'm losing weight and a turning mighty pale. And it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. Hello, ladies. How are you? Well, I thought the day I met you, you were meek as a lamb, just the kind that fit my dreams and plans. Now the place we're living takes the wind from the sails. You taste good, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. That's my wife. I got a tiger by the tail. It's plain to see. Did I mess up your makeup? I won't be much when you get through with me. It's really nice tonight. Well, I'm losing weight and a turning mighty pale. Looks like I've got a tiger by the tail. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Honky Talkin. Do we like this one or we like this one? Which one? This one or that one? A or B? I like A. Fuck y'all. Ha! Give it up for me! What a crowd tonight. Jesus. Really killing it tonight, guys. You like the other one better, really? You like to stare at the dumpster? Okay. We'll stare at the dumpster. How's it going, friends? Welcome to Honky Talkin. Guys, calm down. This is a wild crowd. Listen to them. Listen to them with the sounds that I made. Wow. Holy shit. Unbelievable. You guys are great. Wow. Give it up for yourself. Hi, how's it going? Welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for coming out. You're a small but lovely crowd, and that's what I always say to this crowd. Not usually. I usually shit on you guys a lot. Yeah. Is that why you like it? Do you like that? Is that what you're into? You fucking freaks. All right, welcome to Honky Talkin. Let's give the crew a shout out. First of all, the most important member of my team tonight is this fan on the side of the stage. Give it up for that fan. It's an important part of the show. I've been really sweaty lately. I think I'm going to die soon. I should go to a doctor. Give it up for DJ Ken back there. He's got his sound so much louder than my sounds tonight. There we go. All right, now we're even. Give it up to Matt. He's back there doing some filming. He's putting us on the internet. Matt and I have a very exciting video shoot lined up for this Thursday. I don't want to spoil it, but I will say that we're going to premiere that video maybe even next week here on the show. Maybe 2 weeks from now. It's going to be really sexy. Give it up to the Spotlight guy tonight. Yeah, what's your name, Spotlight guy? A-M-Y. No, I'm not getting anything out of that. Tammy?
That's right.
Thank you, Tammy. Good work. Guys, I know that this is going to be a tough show because we're following an excellent show from last week. Who was here last week? 1, 2, 3 people. Wasn't I really good? Didn't I, really nail it? Oh, really? It was really good. Do we have any first-time tonkers in the crowd tonight? Anybody? Yes? All right. Tammy is a first-timer. Great.
Well, Tammy, I'm not good with names, usually, with the Spotlight guy. It's just a thing that I get in my head about it. Okay, well, since some of you are new here, let me tell you what this show's all about. It's called Honky Talkin'. It is the world's only, maybe America's only, tonk show where me and my guests tonk, and I struggle to say this every week. And they're also going to play some music, and it's going to be really fun. I usually have a touring act and a local act. This week, that's exactly what's going on. Our hometown hero this week is Mr. John Pedigo. Give it up. And our traveling troubadour out of Richmond, Kentucky, Mr. Eric Bolander. Give it up for him. It's going to be a great show. Your horn is just better than mine. I'm going to have to find a better air horn now. This is a free show. You didn't sneak in. Congratulations, and you're welcome. It's free every week. However, now that you're here, I'm going to steal all your money. And it's not stealing because I told you I'm going to do it. So at some point, I'm going to walk around with a really cool hat. I'm hard to miss when I'm wearing that cool hat. And I'm going to shake you down for every fucking dime you got. There are kids here today, okay? So watch your fucking mouths. She was cussing so much earlier that I was like, this is fine. Okay, yeah, that's what's going on. We're going to get started with all that pretty soon, but let me go through our regular announcements. The Tyler Lance Roller Grill is open. Hello. This week's dogs are brought to you by Mark Evans, the official captain of Hot Dog Police here at Honky Talkin', as we all know. Dude, we got these sounds on lock now. It's too much. Except with mine or yours. Anyway, Mark doesn't give us money to do this show, but he is giving us hot dogs, which is basically the same thing, if you ask me. Unless you steal the hot dogs, which, that's why we have hot dog cops. No stealing the dogs. As your number one source in hot dog news, which I assume I am, I have to announce that Patrick Bertoletti won Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest this year with 58 dogs. Give it up for Patrick. Well, it's a big deal to win that, but we all know those are rookie numbers, and we all know the Joey Chestnut drama, do we not? Or do we need to go over it again? Do we know? Can anyone in the crowd tell me the Joey Chestnut drama? I knew it. Okay. Steroids. It's not steroids. Basically, Joey Chestnut has won like 16 of the last, hot dog eating competitions.
Turns out he's been getting high.
He hasn't been getting high. He has a deal with Impossible Foods, and Nathan's didn't like that, so they told him he couldn't compete this year. So, there's always going to be an asterisk by Bertoletti's very hard to pronounce name, huh? No, they're eating Nathan's.
Just like us.
I see, yeah, we're having Nathan's tonight too. Give it up for Nathan's. They are good dogs. I see both sides here, but it's just big hot dog drama. I need to relay it to you guys so you're caught up, so you can talk to people about it at work, like I assume you will. Now, I do want to remind you that the Joey Chestnut versus Takeru Kobayashi live Netflix special is on the 2nd of September, and I think we're going to have a special edition Honky Talkin' on that Monday. What holiday is that? No, fuck no, dude. Come on, man.
Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
All right.
They are
the beer and bourbon.
skinless, though.
What's that?
They are skinless.
They are skinless tonight, which I don't understand. It's weird. The beer and bourbon special still on. $2 Busch beers, $4 Jim Beam shots. Who in the crowd's taking us up on that?
I like my hot dogs uncut.
0 people. We're off the hot dogs, Jenna. We moved on.
We are.
We're talking about the beers and bourbons. No one does. No one cares about that. As always, I'll remind you guys to follow us on social media.
Like your hot dog show.
@honky_talking on Instagram. Shh, guys. It finally came.
Is that
Thank
a tornado?
Goodness. I forgot. This is why no one comes to this show, because it always rains and has tornadoes. Very important news. The Joe Diffie portrait is still missing. Hashtag bring Joe home. We're using that on social media. The police have been informed. the hot dog police. I don't know how well they are at retrieving stolen, signed 90s country memorabilia, but we've got them working on it, so, at least there's that. That's the majority of everything. Oh, wait, this is big news. This weekend, this is big news. I spent a day hanging around in New Albany, and you guys, I'm fucking famous there.
Guess who's back up.
2 people recognized me in New Albany. I know, this is a big deal. For this show. I know, it's big. I was gifted this gift. We went into a place called the Odd Shop in New Albany, which is great. And the owner of the place was like, I think she was the owner. If she's not, she should be fired because she's giving things away. But she was like, oh, I've been holding on to this for you. I wanted to bring it to the show and give it to you as like a set piece. It's this old Frontier Scout revolver with dual cylinder. It's just the box. It's an empty box. So she gave me trash, and that was cool, I thought.
If 2 people recognized you, maybe we should move the show to New Albany.
Then we could use the right backdrop. That would finally make sense. Anyway, we've had a lot of indie animals on this show, and it's finally paying off. I didn't think it ever would. Okay, so that's just good news for me. We do have a great show tonight. I'm going to get started with that, but I have a couple ads for you. Of course, as per usual. All right, you crap asses. This portion of tonight's show is brought to you by our longest-standing sponsor, your mom's favorite gossip buddy, via Facebook Messenger, Mr. Matthew Mead. Give it up for Matthew. We've got some of these sounds. The true honky talkaholics know Matthew's a coworker of mine who gives me $20 to do an ad on this show every week, although he's actually never seen the show. On the contrary, he actively avoids everything about it and me. However, he gives me this money every week, and it pays for this sound, actually. That cost $20 just then. Okay, on the past couple of shows, I've mentioned some of Matthew's side hustles. For example, I told you how he makes drag queen outfits for cats. And last week I told you that he was selling LGBTQ-themed fireworks out of the trunk of his car. And I have to come clean with you guys. These are actually made-up stories. I know. I mean, this isn't the brightest bunch, the people who are always here, so I have to explain it to them a little bit. It's fake. These were made-up things. But Matthew is really excited. He wanted me to mention this tonight. He's starting a new side hustle, a real venture called Matthew's Nuts. Give it up for Matthew's Nuts. And those are going to be sold at participating Knock Bar locations immediately. And we also want to remind you to have your pets spayed and neutered, as we like to remind you after a match. I hate this show so much. All right, guys, give it up for our first act tonight. Mr. Eric Bolander, come on up, buddy. That's right. All right, I'm going to read an ad while he gets ready for you. Friends, this portion of tonight's program is brought to you once again by our friends at Hadley Pottery. Give it up for Hadley. If you're a Louisville native, you've seen Hadley Pottery your entire life. She's everywhere. She's iconic. She's in the room with us right here on the desk. Matt, you can zoom in on that at some point. This also has my previous fat guy fan, but the new fan's really taken over. Hadley's been a longtime sponsor of this show, which tells me that whoever's in charge of their money over there is terribly mismanaging it and should probably be removed from their post at once. Here's some Hadley headlines for you folks. This week at Hadley, they're restocking the crochet figures, I don't know what the fuck that is, focusing on the lighthouse pattern, and reintroducing dog bowls emblazoned with my dog and our dog. I think you can also get a custom dog bowl with their name on it if you're rich. July 20th will be Hadley's Christmas in July in-store from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., the hours they know I'm asleep, which is the same day as Bash at the Bar at Knock Bar. So after you finish up over there, you can come to the Bash, put on your Macho Man clothes, whatever you're going to do. Take your Hadley items home in between. They will get smashed on someone's head at the bar. And Hadley has some new merch available: tote bags, t-shirts, bucket hats, and socks. All the things we all desperately need. And as always, thank you to Hadley for supporting this show. All right. Guys, you can buy an ad on this show. It's $20, and I'll say anything. Anything. All right. Give it up for our first act tonight. Coming out of Lexington, Richmond area. He's a Kentucky boy, Mr. Eric Bolander.
Thank you so much. These really sad, miserably sad songs are going to go over super well. I appreciate the intro there. This is like the third time I've played this building. First time I played the Whirling Tiger, though. Big thanks to Tyler for having me on. I grew up on the Ohio River in a little town called Garrison, Kentucky. Anybody ever heard of that? That's what I figured. It's probably for the best. There's about 400 people live there. I'm going to sing a song about my hometown growing up there. It's called Montgomery Hill. Wasn't just to pass the time, summer days we spent along the ridge on the county line, up there where the whisper went. The days got longer, our minds were free. I lean on my shoulder, we'll drive till the sun can be seen on Montgomery Hill, where we laughed, lost ourselves on Montgomery Hill. Said myself, take me way back when. Montgomery Hill. Put my bags on the tailgate. Said, son, you'll do just fine. Hit the road up to Beckley. Boarded on my first flight. Screams and the sweat ran down my spine. No regret. Home was always on my mind. On Montgomery Hill, where we laughed, lost ourselves on Montgomery Hill. Said myself, take me way back when. Montgomery Hill, where we laughed, lost ourselves on Montgomery Hill. Said myself, take me way back on Montgomery Hill, where we laughed and lost ourselves on Montgomery Hill. Said myself, take me way back when. Montgomery Hill. Montgomery Hill. Thank you so much. I almost wore that same hat. I'm glad I ate pizza though before the show because I wasn't aware they were circumcised hot dogs. But is this thing on? I don't know if this is working. Yes, it just wasn't funny. Fair. Thank you. So in the town of Cumberland, Kentucky, which is in Harlan County, Kentucky, which is known by a lot of people worldwide, really, for all the wrong reasons, but back in the fall of 19, there was a coal mining company that filed for bankruptcy and left their employees about 3 months worth of pay out. And so those workers and families staged a protest to stop about $1 million worth of coal from leaving the railhead, which I thought was a super strong way of, using their voice, right? I was pretty inspired by that moment, and I guess I fancy myself somewhat of a songwriter, so I didn't feel very good about doing a benefit for it that I was asked to do without writing a song. So I wrote this next song for that situation. It's called Cold Men. The only side to coal mines, the top side. Fresh air, family. You spent your whole life living on the short side. A puppet on company strings. And take all of your wishes, thoughts and your prayers, and all on whisper. Cold men that just don't care. Cold men just don't care. A young girl full of dreams and aspirations sees a daddy full of pain. She wonders if the family seeks salvation, why are the bills not paid? And take all of the wishes, thoughts and her prayers, and all on the whisper. Cold men who just don't care. Cold men just don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, on the cello, give it up for Mr. Seth Murphy. Seth couldn't make it with me tonight. There's a beautiful cello solo right now on the record, so you should look it up. Take all of your wishes, thoughts and your prayers, and all on the whisper of cold men who just don't care. Cold men just don't care. And cold men just don't care. Small but mighty we are, small but mighty. I'm gonna play one by my little girl since he's here. And she's heard worse than anything that's been said so far. That's not a brag or anything. Please don't turn me into child services. Put this single out. I've got a new record. We're pretty much finished with it. And I put this song out back last fall, and then we put another song I'll play next that was just out a couple weeks ago. But real excited about the new stuff. If I'm new to you, then please look me up. Eric Bolander is wherever you stream music. And at your mom's house on Wednesday, wherever else you need to find music. Anyway, we put this out. We got a music video that accompanies it as well. It's called One More Ride. It's just about being a dad. Cruising around on your pink bicycle, trying not to fall. You had a helmet on on your head, need a one for my heart. While you're playing in the daffodils, wondering if I'll ever will to tell you you'll be fine. One day when I leave this world, I hope that you will stay that girl that wonders why, oh, why. Oh, Daddy, please, let me take one more ride. It's looking like it'll be dark soon. Let's go and bandage your arm. It'll only hurt for a few. I promise to do no harm. While you're playing in the daffodils, wondering if I'll ever will to tell you you'll be fine. One day when I leave this world, I hope that you will stay the girl that wonders why, oh, why. Oh, Daddy, please, let me take one more ride. Oh, hold on, girl. Never let them down easily. Take on the whole damn world. Lions eat well, the eagles fly free. While you're playing in the daffodils, wondering if I'll ever win to tell you you'll be fine. One day when I leave this world, I hope that you will stay that girl that wonders why, oh, why. Oh, Daddy, please, let me take one more ride. I'm cruising around on your pink bicycle. I'm cruising around on your pink bicycle. Hey, thank you so much. I do have some wares for sale over there next to the hot dogs, which is very appropriate. That wasn't a joke. I just feel like it is pretty appropriate. Just walk toward the wieners and you'll see my bullshit over there. My lovely girlfriend Monique and my daughter Ava Kate will sell you something. You might want to shop through Monique because Ava will upcharge it. She's entering 2nd grade. Shit's expensive. But she is the cutest person in this room, so, you know, she's got that going for her. I'm going to shift gears and play the single we put out on June 21st. There was a Strawberry Moon on June 21st, and the song's called Strawberry Moon, and it's about a lovely evening Monique and myself had. Really a whole day and evening, night, just sort of one of those times where you just kind of, while you're in the moment, you realize it's a core memory kind of situation, you know? Much like this night right now for you guys, listen to me sing. It's like, wow, this is probably the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'll never forget this Tuesday in Louisville. I'm kidding, but anyway, it's just about that. And I sit that night and wrote the entire song, and I played it for her the next day. And fast forward, and my band played it, and recorded it, and did all the things. So we put it out again. It's called Strawberry Moon. It was a strawberry moon late last night. You had me in the morning. This felt right. The country was singing through the back porch light. Each and every sound was coming through the screen door, facing that rose-colored moon. Gunship was cruising. We'll be there all I don't want you to roll over. We ain't done. Hold my body tight. Hey, maybe after we can swing to the coyote laughter. Would you rather stay up all night? Oh, would you rather? With a strawberry moon, we said goodnight to the howling bugs and the werewolf fights the night air brings. Such a welcome sight. The sun came up through the black oak trees. We could smell the ending. It was like candy. Rest up now, mama. Oh, what a night. Oh, hold me closer. I don't want you to roll over. We ain't done. Hold my body tight. Hey, maybe after we can swing to the coyote laughter. Would you rather stay up all night? Oh, would you rather? Oh, hold me closer. I want you to roll over. We ain't done. Hold my body tight. Hey, maybe after we can swing to the coyote laughter. Would you rather stay up all night? Oh, would you rather? Thanks so much. Yeah, 3 more maybe? What are you thinking there, boss man?
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna do Nickelback songs the rest of the time I have here. God, I hope you're not really Nickelback fan. I said it once though. I also play in a rock and roll band. We don't play very often, but I said that once, and some guys like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "Oh man, he's gonna hate me." Start shitting on Nickelback. Anyway. Well, there's a few songwriters and musicians in the house tonight, and the record we put up back in 22. God, that's a stupid sentence, isn't it? I'm getting old. Anyway, when we put that record out, I wrote a song on it for kind of for the musicians, really just gig workers in general. You know, you constantly work to progress and build and gain more fans, popularity, all the things that go against what you're really just trying to do, which is make art, right? And sometimes you always, you know, there's times where you're on top of the mountain and you're like, wow, man, that was an amazing show, or I did it really well at this festival, or whatever it might be, or I put out some really good songs that people are really reacting to. And then most of the time you're just down in the valley, in the swamp, and just sort of digging your way out of it and think, geez, I feel like I started over kind of thing. So I wrote this song, it's called I've Only Started, and it really is just about that feeling. I wanted to do the best I could lyrically to kind of mimic that feeling that a lot of us feel along the way of just being an artist. A lot of love wasted on this feeling, all in all, gave straight from the heart. Picture this while you are winning. The thoughts of all can be tamed by an arm. And it feels like I've always started. And it feels as if there's no way for us to fall apart. And it feels just like we're back at the start, yeah. The time before of useless healing wasn't far being all we got. Laziness and hopeless feeling wasn't far being all we got. And it feels like I've only started. And it feels as if there's no way for us to fall apart. And it feels, yeah, that I'm working harder. And it feels just like we're back at the start, yeah. And it feels like I've only started. And it feels as if there's no way for us to fall apart. And it feels, yeah, that I'm working harder. And it feels just like we're back at the start, yeah. Thank you. Never fails. Yeah, buddy. Thanks again, Tyler, for having me here. This is great. Y'all know John Pedigo? Everybody? All right. 3 people knows him. The rest of you better get on board. Sound check sounded really cool. He's the kind of musician that can rub his belly and pat his head at the same time and then switch. I'm just some silly hillbilly with a guitar. So. Sorry, I promise I've done this before. Forgot my fan. My trio was playing, we played support for E&O several years ago down in Nashville, this little place called The Basement. It's probably half the size of this place, if not a third the size of this pretty small little dive bar. But anyway, there was maybe a dozen people there knew who we were, but everybody was there for Ian, right? So it wasn't our crowd, so to speak. And I was sweating, and I made a joke about not having my fan. And everybody kind of cracked up. And then I said I should have fans with my logo on it as a merch item. And then I could have audience people buy them and then fan me if I forget my fan. And everybody kind of chuckled. And I was like, that's pretty narcissistic. A little bit of chuckle. And I was like, but we are in Nashville. Silent. And one guy in the back was like, I can't believe you fucking said that. I mean, it's true, but I can't believe you just said that. Anyway, we still held the crowd, so. Anyway, I never got the fans. Now I feel like I should probably do that. I got 2 more tunes for you. So I'm gonna play one I wrote for my dad. My dad was a union carpenter, and he's a hardworking person, and taught a lot to me about what kind of person to be, and you know, love folks and help folks, and no matter what they look like, sound like, right? And I'll extend that to no matter who they love, and you know, where they're from, and how they sound, all those things. And those are things I want to instill in my daughter as well. But I lost him when I was 20. He was only 51 years old. But he was one of the toughest sons of bitches I ever knew. And it always felt like he was damn, you know, one of those things where it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I kind of put a twist on that. And this song came out on my first record, but my band's re-recorded it. It's going to come out on the newest one. It's a song called Do It Right. Leaving on a Sunday, gotta go and get paid, gotta make sure, get my fill. I think I'm swimming one day, I'm drowning by Friday, need once more to find my thrill. Oh, you're damned if you do, damned if you do it right. Don't wanna hold you down, wanna hold you tight. Make things the right way. I know it's a long stay, but I believe I'll be alright. Maybe this time around I have my feet on the ground, and I know for sure I'll be alright. Oh, you're damned if you do, damned if you do it right. I don't wanna hold you down, wanna hold you tight. Oh, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you do it right. I don't wanna hold you down, wanna hold you tight. Oh, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you do right. I don't wanna hold you down, just wanna hold you tight. Oh, and you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you do right. Yeah, I don't wanna hold you down, wanna hold you tight. Thank you so much. I would like to add a little bit about that song. The chorus is kind of like a love letter from my dad to my mom sort of situation, you know. Because they went through some tough times back in the day, you know. This is the last song. This was the title track off a record I put out in 2019. And actually, we released it on a record label out of Louisville, Eastwood Records. And rest in peace, Wes, man. Yeah, hell yeah. And just a great dude, and was kind of passed down his love for records and music from his dad, and he just invested in some artists, and I was one of the lucky ones to get to know him, you know. But anyway, this song's about facing adversity, and goes out to him and my granny. It's called The Wind. Why don't the wind blow me away? Why don't the wind blow me down? Try to test it along the way. I know if I'm resting, I'm here to stay. Yeah. Why don't the wind blow me away? Why don't the wind blow me down? I can't see past all the trees. Why don't this wind blow me away? Oh, blow me away. Away. Why don't the wind blow me away? Why don't the wind blow me down? You seem so invested. It's here today. You wanna contest? I'm here
stay. Why don't the wind blow me away? Why don't the wind blow me down? Thank you guys so much.
Give it up one more time for Eric Bolander. Come on over here, buddy. Great set.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, you're talking about the music.
No, I was talking about your testicles as you
Thank
walked
you.
over. I love that was dedicated to Wes, that song.
Yeah.
Wes was one of the early, like when I started doing it in town, he was one of those guys who immediately was like, let me put out a record.
Yeah,
We ended up not getting to do it with him, but he was the
sure.
best.
It just dawned on me standing there, really, truly, like talking about the song. That this is the first time I played Louisville since he passed, and I thought,
Oh, yeah?
hell yeah, I can, take a moment to dedicate it to him.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that just supported, good local music. Like
Yeah,
me,
it-
really. I mean, a hero.
Yeah. You're the pinnacle, and then there's all the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. Earlier we were talking about making content and just it being a thing that we have to do. I was excited to get you on for this type of content,
Yeah.
the stuff outside of just, singing in the woods, which is what everyone's doing now. Do you have any singing in the woods videos?
I have all the singing in the woods, yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a singing in the woods session, there's one somewhere in the bank. If it's not already out, I'm in it.
That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta
I just
get...
walk around and I'll see somebody doing camera work, and and I'll walk over and I'll sing a song.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" I don't know.
You're like, I got a good guitar and this amazing beard. You want this this
Yeah,
footage,
you're
man.
gonna want this, yeah.
All right, so you are a Lexington. You're from Richmond.
I live in Richmond now, but
Yeah.
that's less than 2 years going. I bought some property in North Richmond. I've been a Lexingtonian my whole adult life. I moved to Lexington when I was 20 and went to the University of Kentucky.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was
I've lived
the
there. I worked there
mascot
as
at U of
well.
L, so we're not gonna.
Yeah.
We won't bring that
I
up.
won't do the Cats chant or anything.
I mean, you can
will
if you
I?
need to. I don't think these people will.
Stay tuned. Tim will chime in with me. He's buddies with me. He might back me up.
Nope. See. He
Who
knows.
needs friends when you got Tim around?
I know.
really
We
is.
are blessed to have Tim in the audience,
is.
though. So give it up for Tim Bolander.
Smoothest baritone voice this side of the Mississippi.
Truly, we got to get you on Tim Chella next year. Did you hear
Good.
about that?
I heard about it.
You got to get on it.
Palooza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta prepare to feel bad for a week afterwards, though.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
I love to ask about like what's your day job, and you said you're an art teacher. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm a visual arts teacher at Henry Clay High School in Lexington.
Hell yeah.
And
That's very cool. I love that.
One person like that. That's great.
I'm pro education. I got one, unlike most of this crowd. They didn't.
Well, I didn't go to college I didn't go to school to be an art teacher.
Were you into visual art? And
Well, I mean, I thought I was going to do architecture. Really, I dove into visual arts in college. Like high school, I had drafting and computer-aided drafting and carpentry. My dad was a carpenter, and I was really into making things and like designing things. I was more into art than I thought.
Yeah.
But I was kind of a curmudgeon in the country and thought that was, too girly, right? Which was completely toxic and awful. And
Sure.
I'm so embarrassed that I was that way when I was a kid. And then,
Hey,
like,
man,
as
we
I
learn,
got
we
older,
learn,
I was
we
like,
grow.
oh, this is the coolest stuff. And I came to UK thinking I was going to do architecture school. And I didn't get in the first go around. And it's a very artistic direction. They really feel the way that they could take artistic, creative-minded people and then teach them the math and science behind it. But they want, artistic-minded architects is kind of what they wanted from the school. I was like, all right, cool. So I started taking drawing classes and things at UK and just absolutely fell in love with it. And it was all these different types of people. It was, everything from athletes to sort of
very kind of lofty thinking, kind of creatives, and it was just this whole span of people, and it just broadened my young adult mind so much that I was like, wow, I missed out,
Yeah.
thinking, and not really just thinking the way, but just sort of being kind of corralled in that sort of mindset of like, oh, well, that's just, that's silly stuff. You need
Yeah.
to do this stuff.
Well, I have a lot of student loan debt now, thank goodness, and
good stuff.
I got a political science degree, which I use at the bar every shift.
You're using it here right now, yeah.
I use it here
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
I mentioned very briefly the debate last week, and that was it.
That's
So,
it.
you're welcome.
Did your part.
But I learned how to think in college. I didn't really know how before.
Yeah.
I learned how to think critically and stuff like that. I really do value education.
That's something that's overlooked,
great
I
deal.
think, a lot of times. It's overlooked.
Don't worry about that.
Fair. It is overlooked that.
It is. That's the most
that,
important
that
thing.
you do really learn a lot about sort of not just yourself, but just different, whether it's cultures or different types of thinkers or all the things, and you
Yeah.
really do. Not just that college is the place for that, but college is one of the places that you really can dive into that.
Truly.
And then studying art and art history and that stuff, I mean, you really dive into cultures and things.
Well, speaking of artwork, do you do your own artwork for your merch and stuff like that?
I used to. My good buddy Jimbo Valentine, he does.
I've heard of Jimbo, I think.
Yeah, he's done work for like Tyler Childers. You may have heard of that guy. He has
I've heard
red
of him.
hair.
Yeah.
He's from Kentucky.
Yeah, he's got my name. It pisses me off. I'm the Tyler from
Tyler
Kentucky,
Lance Walker
not you,
Childers.
man. He's way more successful than both of us.
Screw that guy.
Come on the show and prove it, dude. He's not.
But no, yeah. So I mean, Jimbo's just an extraordinary artist. So early on, I did, but the problem with that, and you and anyone else who's a creative person out here, or is listening or watching, that will know that you will dive headfirst into something and you will obsess over it.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right when it's a painting, or that's all right if it's a graphic design thing and I'm doing a poster or logo. But when I'm the songwriter and I'm at that point early on my own management and all the things,
Sure.
but you're doing all of it music-wise and the visual art. It's all of it at once, and it's too overwhelming. So
That's
once
why
I
I'm
became
so
friends with
overwhelmed.
Jimbo, right?
I can't stop
I
doing
became
everything.
friends with him. I love his artwork, and I was like, man, I'd really like to hire you to do a logo. And then it went from that to a single artwork, and then now he does my album covers and my single work, and he does a lot of stuff for me now. And
Yeah.
some of the merch items I do, and I've got a merch item that my tattoo artist designed. Shout out to Stu.
Hell yeah, Stu. We
yeah.
all know Stu. We
Yeah.
love him.
So I mean, I really like sort of directing some of that part of my music career, because now I'm like, I have folks that I trust with the visuals.
Yeah.
That I could just tell Jimbo, here's the idea, like the Strawberry Moon single we just put out.
See,
like,
what
here's a concept, here's what I'd like to see, and then he throws something at me, and it's just gorgeous.
See, what I'm lacking, I think, here is money. I don't have any to pay anyone.
I'm
Give
a
it up
teacher,
for Matt
so
back there.
I
He's
have a
getting
ton
paid
of
nothing
money.
to be
I have
here
a ton
today.
of money, just absolute loaded.
Those
Yeah.
teacher salaries, dude,
Just
it's
so much.
crazy how much they pay you guys. They really
Yeah.
need to rein that in.
It's like tens and tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
I tell everybody I'm a musician and a teacher.
He's
I'm
a
a thousand there, baby. Hey.
Hey, I got 4
Hey, we got
figures in
Nathan
my
hot
bank
dogs
account.
out of everybody. We're living high on the hog.
We really are. Don't worry about the skinless thing. I wish Ken had never said anything. You wouldn't have even known that they don't have skin. Why do they have skin in the first place? Moving on.
I've never heard of skinless hot dogs.
I wanted to ask you who signed that guitar.
Oh, sure. I have Chris Knight and John Moreland.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I also have Larry Cordell, excuse me, but it was a cheap ass marker.
Wasn't real. He's
our
signed it
foot.
in dry erase.
Well, it wasn't his marker. Somebody brought us one, and I just looked at it. And I remember in my back of my mind, I was like, fuck. Because I'm an art teacher. So I was like, this is
You're
not
like,
gonna
that's not going to
last. And then he
last.
signed it, and I'm like, God dang it. But it faded off.
I have a
But-
really good story about signed instruments. It's really quick. My bass player, Billy, works at Mom's Music. And he said one day someone brought in a bass guitar that was signed by John Legend. And they bought it, and the first thing they did was scrub that fucking signature off. Because why? Why is he signing a bass? Who cares? It was a nice bass. It's not like increasing the value.
I guess I could share a sound instrument story since we're sharing stories.
Okay.
We're still on track, I guess.
No, there's no track.
My
We're just
rock and
going,
roll
man.
band opened for Fuel in Lexington. Yes, the band that was famous in the 90s.
I remember
It was not
Fuel.
in the 90s when we opened for them. But anyway,
I go to
I was,
Louder Than Life. I know
I
who
was
they are.
my daughter's here. How do I say this? Inebriated.
Sure.
Of the highest degree, and still walking. So I had him sign my Telecaster. And then the next day I woke up and I was putting gear away. I was like, "What is this?" And I had a message to my guys, and they're like, "Dude, you had him sign backstage." He's like, "I did not." And I was like, "God dang it!" It was like this red Sharpie, and it was before the show, so I had sweat all over it. And it was just, so I did erase that one.
Yeah.
If the lead singer of Fuel is watching and listening, I apologize.
You know, he does subscribe
No
to our
offense.
YouTube channel.
No offense. I do love some of your
He
songs.
comments on every one, and it's it's getting a little out of hand what he's saying. The things.
Stalker-ish.
So you just mentioned that you are in a rock band, or you were in a rock band back in the day.
I say we are. We just don't get together very often.
Yeah.
We
But
all
you used to
have
play
other
at Third
things.
Street Dive back in the day.
Oh yeah, Third Street Dive, baby.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was running sound back in the day, but man, he cranked it. He mic'd every drum.
Yeah.
And if you guys know Third Street Dive, you know it is true to its
The whole
name.
bar is the
It
size
is
of
a
this
tiny
stage.
dive bar.
Yeah. It's tiny.
And we'd have a 5-piece rock band, 4-piece rock band, or whatever, and it was just amps cranked, mic'd, everything's mic'd. We had wedges on the stage for whatever reason. I mean, it was just so loud in here.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it was
don't need that.
insanity. Like, I remember being outside and another band playing and just thinking to myself, I was like, we could just sit out here. This would be great. But
Yeah.
it was awesome. It was fun. I
I
played her probably 5 or 6 times.
I think back in the day, the goal was to be so loud that 4th Street Live was mad about it. Like that was the whole idea.
Look at you, 4th Street.
It's not as cool. I mean, Third Street Dive's still cool. It's kind of a karaoke bar now, which is
Oh, okay.
right up my
Whole
alley.
different- Well, I mean, this was years ago. This was, 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
years ago the last time I played there. So
Yeah, it's changed.
matter of fact, it had changed ownership while we played there.
Oh yeah.
So we played there as it was owned by 2 different people. So I'm sure it's sold again, I guess.
Well, let me ask you, what do you got coming up? You told me you got something coming up in Lexington.
Yeah, so we're at the Burl this Thursday. I'm opening up a few shows for Summer Dean and Jeremy Pennell.
Cool.
They're amazing artists.
Yeah.
I've not yet met Summer, but I've met Jeremy and played some shows with him over the years. His band's incredible and great songwriter. And so I'm excited about that. So opening up the show at the Burl Thursday, and then opening up at the Hi-Fi in Indianapolis, and then the Raccoon Motel in Iowa. Can't remember the town, but Iowa.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm stoked. It's gonna be a fun weekend.
I love a place called the Raccoon Motel.
I know I've not played there, but I know a few buddies that played there.
All right, and you said you just dropped a new single. I like
Strawberry
saying
Moon
dropped.
came out on the 21st of June.
Just came out. We just heard it, so everyone can go stream that. That is going to be a part of a new record that you're currently working on,
Correct. Yeah.
and that's going to come.
Mid to late next year is the tentative.
Yeah.
Probably my goal is to put 2 more singles out, so we'll have at least 4 of those songs out.
Slow roll it all
Yeah,
the way out.
and it's almost finished, 95% done. We have a couple vocal things to finish up, and I might add 1 song.
Cool.
Squeeze it
Did that
in.
one have the whistle on it?
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
your daughter was whistling over there
Yeah,
along
I
with
heard
you.
her too.
What's her name?
Ava Kate.
Ava Kate, do you want to come up here and get interviewed?
No,
No?
did not.
You could
That's
hang
what
out with
say.
us. It'll be cool. Hey, I'm sorry
Fine.
for cussing earlier. She'll never forgive me.
I'm 100% surprised she's not walking up here. Actually. There she
All
is.
right,
I
come
know.
on over to the couch.
Here.
Give it up for Ava. She's our youngest audience member ever, and the first time I get to interview a child on stage. How are you? Good. Thanks for coming to the show. Are you having fun? Are you selling hot dogs over there for me?
I'm making it overpriced.
She said she's making it overpriced.
I told you she'd upsell you.
That's right. That's my dog. Oh, yeah. I need to overprice these hot dogs because these people steal from me every week.
Wait, if somebody steals another one, then upgrade it to 1,000.
1,000? What
$1
were you
hot dog.
charging earlier? 102, you said?
Yeah, 102.
They are skinless Nathan dogs. What grade are you in?
What grade are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be in second.
You're going to be in second grade?
Yes.
I remember second grade.
Are you allowed to be this close to a second grader?
Yeah, now I am.
Okay.
That's all taken care of now.
Understood.
It's all water under the bridge.
It's good to hear.
Are you into music?
Yes, I like music.
Who's your favorite artist?
Daddy.
That's the right answer. I saw him pay her to say that earlier. All right, who's your second favorite?
What's somebody you like to listen to?
You got a favorite song right now?
I like all songs.
Well,
That's
can you
good.
think of one that you like? Can you name one? Or is
Do you
it
like
the
country music? Do you
spotlight
like
too much?
Taylor Swift?
I
You like
do.
some Taylor Swift.
Yeah, some of it's really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, some of it. It's no good. Most of it's pretty good. She's doing all right.
I like the new record.
The new Taylor Swift record?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
pretty
one
good.
of the new ones.
You're the only second grader that I've ever heard say, "Yeah, I like that new record." The new stuff is, you know, it's not as good as the second or
mean-
third one, but
She gets it honest, don't she?
yeah.
Well, I also like another Taylor Swift song.
Which
Song?
one?
Which one?
Like
Look What You Made Me Do?
Yeah.
Is that? I'm
Look What You
embarrassed.
Made Me
Is that
Do?
Is that a Taylor Swift song?
Oh, look what you
I
made
knew
me
that. I
do.
was just, you know.
I know
was
that.
to-
We all know that. Don't act like you don't know every word. We all know
I
it.
also like my dad's song.
Yeah, he's got
we
some
know.
good songs. I
does.
like them too.
Yeah, they're really good.
Well,
What's your
thanks for
favorite
being
song?
on our show tonight.
Yeah.
All right,
I
back over.
appreciate it. Thanks for selling hot dogs for us. Guys, give it up for Eric Bolander and his lovely daughter. Thanks for being on
Thanks,
the show,
man.
buddy.
Appreciate
I
it, brother.
appreciate you. We did it. I interviewed a child and I did not curse. I am very proud of myself for that. She did a great fucking job, didn't she? Guys, it's break time. We're going to take a quick little break. So, you know, take a nice short shit or a long piss. Go get a drink. Give Kissy a kiss on the lips for me. And give him some little tip money. Tuck it into his waistband. That's where he likes it. We'll be right back with John Pedigo. It's gonna get weird. I'm excited. He's got some weird stuff lined up. So, see you in a minute.
Dippy, it's too soon. Hashtag bring Joe home. Everyone who has any kind of social media. I don't know if you guys know this, but our Joe Diffie signed picture from the desk was stolen recently. Jesus Christ. All right, Spotlight guy, you're on. Give it up for Tammy one more time, our Spotlight guy. She's really crushing it. Tammy, what I always say is tits to dick. That's what we want to hit with the light. Just show them my belly. They don't need to see my face. Was anyone here last week? Did you just woo? My wife was the only one here last week. Were you guys here last week? I really wanted to, well, I have to issue some apologies because you guys probably saw me yell at Paul a lot. No, he had it coming. Fuck Paul.
Isn't he going to be our Olympics correspondent?
Yeah, we're working on that. So I talked to Paul yesterday. That's another thing. I have to issue a correction. Paul said, yeah, my favorite Olympic sport is the hurdles. And I said, bullshit, you're lying. And he was like, no, it's my favorite. I said, name one hurdler. And what did he say? Do you remember? It was like Spike Johnson? Was that it? How do you remember? You're obsessed with me. He said something, and I said, let's get the fact checkers on that. And someone said, yeah, that's a real person. It was not a real person. So, anyway, we're going to get Paul to be our Olympics correspondent. He brought it up to me. He wants to do it, but he was blacked out again when he brought it up. He's never going to remember it. We're never going to get Paul here again. But we're going to try. So maybe next week, I don't know, I can bribe him with tequila sodas, I think. Did you guys recently see the Leo did their music issue? Did anyone see that? They did a really wonderful write-up about this show. Psych! No, they didn't. It's the fucking Leo. They don't know what the fuck's going on in this town. I hate to shit on the Leo because I used to read it years ago. Years ago I used to read it when it was good. Now it's kind of shitty and it's really sad. Here, but does anyone here work for the Leo? First of all. Yeah. No, you don't.
I don't think anybody
don't work.
does anymore.
Look, I hate to shit on a local publication that I used to very much adore, but this is a challenge for the Leo. This is Matt. Can you see me?
No. She's
You can't.
She's on your dick. There it is. Okay.
Now we're ruined.
Now we're really on the dick.
Write up this show, Leo. Tell the people what's going on in this town. Tell them about the real shit going on in this town. The Courier wrote about this fucking show, and we single-handedly saved that publication when they pushed that story. I'm just saying. Get your shit together, Leo. The music issue. Also, the music issue was mostly ads. This is for the advertisers at the Leo. Why are you buying a fucking ad? None of these people read this. Buy an ad on this show. It's $20, and I make these people listen to it. I force feed them these $20 ads. Come on. Anyway, I love the Leo, and I hope they write about us now. I don't think it's going to happen. I've got a quick announcement. The new all-time best category of video on the internet is officially Flat Earther Proves Themselves Wrong with Own Experiment. I don't know if that's in your algorithm, but it is. Have you guys seen any of these? Oh my God, I get so giddy. Because at the beginning, I'm like, ooh, they're doing actual science. I can't fucking wait. And then they nail it. And they're like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with the thing I did. I fucked that up. What else do I? Another quick announcement. The new whitest thing on the planet is a baby seat on a bicycle. Are we fucking kidding? Are you? None of you are those people, are you? Yeah. Do you have a baby seat on a bike? Does anyone? I'm being dead serious. Does anyone have a baby seat on a bike? Yeah, I know. You're all fucked up because your parents probably crashed all the time and it ruined you. European, Tyler. We're not in Europe. We're in Germantown. We're in Butchertown. If you have a baby on a bike in Butchertown, you need to go to jail. You're exposing that baby to fucking...
Yeah, you shouldn't even let a kid breathe here.
That's what I'm saying. Is this thing on?
No. Perfect.
Y'all hear me? Is that better? Oh, good. Okay. Last announcement. This one's very important. We're doing the TLWG second annual pool party at Turner's on August 17th. That's going to be really great. If you missed the Golden Gables, we have Golden Gables at home, okay? So this is going to be Tim Cella Part 2. We're going to have Tim DeLonge. This is news I'm breaking right now.
Who?
Tim DeLonge. You've met him. You've seen him.
Never heard of him.
Dude, you can feel his presence in here right now. Yeah, Tom DeLonge's going to be there, and then Scott Whitehouse is going to be there, and that's a big get for me because Scott is, I don't know if you know this, a fucking lunatic, so it's going to be really fun to have him there. All right, are we ready for our next guest? I think I'm ready. Guys, give it up for Mr. John Pedigo. That's right. Every time I play that, our videos don't show in Russia, so...
Did she tell you it wasn't in there before you opened it?
She did, yeah.
Okay, thank God.
She was nice about it. She was like, I know this is trash, but I can't throw things like this away. And she looked at me and knew that I am also a person who collects literal trash. Look around you. Last week, our Willie Nelson Chia Pet was stolen, and luckily I had another one at home. That's who I am. That's my whole thing.
I love that about you.
How are you, buddy? It's good to have you on the show.
Yes, I am fan-fucking-tastic. So happy to be here too, buddy.
I'm excited to have you. We talked about it many moons ago. I've been trying to get you on because you have played in many a band. Who are you playing with right now? What do you got going on right now?
The last thing I did was I played a show with Parker Hobson back here. We played his record live for the first time at Seidenfaden's over the weekend. We recorded that at La La Land. forever ago. It was good forever ago, but he just keeps chipping away at it.
Yeah.
So I did that.
What kind of music does he play?
Fuck.
Were you there for the show?
I was in the band. I played the bass. It was very Oh, Janelle, she's in the band too.
What kind of music is it?
Yeah, what kind of music is it?
I'm trying to book you on this show right now. Is it country in any fashion? Oh, you're gonna be country. See,
He's got one song.
That's all you need.
Yeah, just talk about it a lot.
But you've played in some country bands around town, yeah?
Yes, for like the last decade, I've mostly only played in country bands.
Mostly bass, or
Always.
Yeah. What did we do together back in the day?
Okay, yeah. So I did a couple of we called them backing band shows at Knock Bar, where we just invited friends to give us like 3 or 4 songs that we would learn. The whole thing, there was basically, I did it twice. And the first time, the 2 people I really wanted to come, which was Tyler and my friend Katie, both of them didn't come. So
I wasn't there?
You did, yeah, something happened. It was actually something bad. Let's not talk about that, whatever it was. Yeah, it sucked. So I did it again. And like, of course it was about fun, but 2 things. I just keep waiting for him to need a bass player.
Okay.
And 2, Katie's a very good singer, and I figured that out, and I was like, maybe we could be in a band. So that was sort of like a trial run.
Yeah.
So we did that. You brought She's Acting Single, I'm Drinking Double.
Yeah, love that one. Gary Stewart song.
Bartender Blues.
Love that one. George Jones song.
I don't remember. I don't remember what the third one was.
I feel like I did sing a song with you at Knock Bar once, randomly. You had a band that was playing, and I was just there, drunk, and shouldn't have been singing a song with you, but you were like, come on up. Come on and do it. I think we did Working Man's Blues or something.
Oh, that sounds right. I've
Yeah.
been playing that since I was in high school.
That seems right.
Yeah.
Did we do Forecastle together once?
We did the Maiden Radio Hour.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a bunch of fuckers.
It was, yeah.
Some of them were really cool. Some of them were just people that were there.
No names will be named except for the bad ones.
I do want to talk all this shit, but it was really nice.
I thought it was a really good time from what I recall, but I only paid attention to my songs and I didn't listen to anyone else's stuff.
Some of them were so good.
Yeah. No, I did listen to Tyrone. I played guitar
I was going to say
on some of
Tyrone
Tyrone's
Cotton
stuff.
is the best. He is the coolest guy. It's the only time I've met him was to play like 2 or 3 of his songs, and he is the sweetest dude and so good.
I love Tyrone Cotton in every way, musically, specifically, especially. But as a bartender, Tyrone is the best because he'll come in and he just kind of chills for the first drink, and then he'll just like kind of open up and tell you the coolest stories, and he'll also get real political and be like, "Fuck Donald Trump," and I love that. It's really cool. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn by saying that Tyrone Cotton doesn't fucking vote for Donald Trump either. I think it's okay. You're a secret Indianimal. I thought you were from here.
Nope.
Where are you from?
Hoosier.
Yep.
I'm from Seymour, Indiana, the small town. So.
Okay, there is a lot of music history from Seymour, Indiana. Do you want to tell these people about it?
It's John Mellencamp.
It's John fucking Mellencamp. I said a lot of history, but you summed it up, and
I did really quickly. It's John Mellencamp.
You're from a pretty musical family, right?
My mom's a choir teacher, and she plays piano and organ. My brother plays music and is a songwriter. My dad can play Wildwood Flower on the guitar.
Dude, that's pretty musical.
We were in Tennessee at my family's house, and my mom's telling my grandpa that my brother's learned guitar, and my grandpa says, "Can you play Wildwood Flower?" And my brother's like, "What's that?" My dad's like, "Bust it out."
He's just got the guitar on his back, and it just flips over him like.
It was a moment.
I love that. All right, well, I guess I have to fire Billy and hire you to get into my band. You brought a lot of stuff tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm very excited about it. Tell me, let's do a little rig rundown while we're over here.
It's like one of my top 10. Like, I'm on the internet. That's what the fuck I'm doing. I want to see your goddamn pedal board.
I want to see the rig rundown.
So we've got the Strat. we don't need to get into all the guitar pedals. That's only interesting to a very small subsection of the population.
We have 6 YouTube followers. Fucking try me, brother. I think I don't know why these people are watching. You don't have to talk about every pedal. I want to hear about the instrumentation mainly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I will say on the board is the Strymon Volante, which you're going to get way too much of. I'm really just entertaining myself in your fucking here, and I hope it doesn't suck. So the Strat, we've got a pocket piano, which is a little silly keyboard from a company called Critter and Guitari, and then the Omnichord from Suzuki.
Okay.
Oh, you wanted to see it.
I do want to see it if it's not too big of a hassle, because I messed around with an Omnichord on my first record just because we recorded at La La Land and they just have one around. It's this very hilarious electronic instrument.
What?
No, I love it.
It's very serious. It's not serious. So
It's
this
hilarious.
one is an older one. This belongs to Chad Acton, sitting right over
Give it
there.
up for Chad Acton
Yeah.
in the crowd
He's
tonight.
played in every country band I've played in, and we've been playing music together for like 20 fucking years
He knows
now.
his way around a guitar.
He fucking gets it for sure. This was his grandmother's. Yes? I can't see. Yeah, I heard you.
Love
Yep, This
that.
is his grandma's. You want me to tell them what it does?
Yeah, give me a little, just show us.
Well, it doesn't have any batteries in it, so you're not gonna be able to fucking hear it for a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so basically, it's like
Here,
an electric. Yeah, that'll
do you
work.
need 9 volts?
Yeah.
I got 9 volts.
Like a auto harp. So, hotspot. All right, we can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it. This is the one.
We have the
That's the
technology.
one. All right. So, it's also got a little rhythm machine in it, like really crappy, cheesy drum beats. So, what? Now, if you hear this on an album, usually all you hear is this sound. Because that fucks.
It does fuck, and that's what I did on my album.
And I love that you
That's-
can do shit like this.
That's really good. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what you're gonna pull out with that thing, because it is the most 80s sounding thing I've
It's-
ever heard in my life.
It's so easy to love how stupid it is. And I've always loved it. So, actually, we were doing Katie Peabody and the Old Reliable, my fucking 17th defunct motherfucking country band. We had her playing this on some songs, and I was trying so hard to get people to call her the Omnichord Queen of country music. I was the only person who ever said that out loud.
Dude,
but
it's gonna catch on now.
But her notes are still on here, and there's a little, I'm sentimental, so.
I love that. The Old Reliable's getting back together next month.
That was the last name, but Chad, Kyle from the band, and then an older drummer, we're going to get together and start playing some songs again.
Can
And,
I sing some?
Please
Am I
do,
allowed?
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we keep trying, I guess.
Our whole thing, all we've ever wanted to do was do like a regular gig at Side and Fodens for people to come get fucked up and dance to country music. So we're going to try to get it off the ground one more time and see how it goes.
Hey, I think I just had the greatest idea ever. What if we just have maybe even a monthly backing band set here on Tuesdays? We collect some new singers, but it's mainly going to be me because I need to perform for these people. I did it last week, and they were so into it.
They were lucky.
I know. They were clamoring.
He said it on the internet. He's like, "You guys are so lucky someone canceled."
I know, right? This is a very lucky crowd whenever I get to do some stuff. I did want to ask you real quick, this is kind of out of order, but you just did some dates overseas, and I love talking about that. How was that? You were out with Quiet Hollers.
Yeah, so in the Venn diagram of the bass that I play and what the fuck that band does, there was just this tiny sliver, and it was one song. And one time he was like, "We're not gonna play that one." I was like, "The fuck you say?" It's the only one I got, man. But it was fun. It was fun to play. I like being in bands, and
Where all did you guys go?
Netherlands, UK, Sweden. It's I was gone for 23 days. I have a wife and 2 kids, and it was a very, very long time to be away from home. I'm very happy to be back.
No, but it's nice to get away from them for a few weeks, right?
I mean, I do like to go hard, so I was able to do that. So.
All right, well, I'm ready to hear what you got going
All right,
for us,
man.
buddy. I'm going to read an ad while you get ready. Give it up for John Pedigo. Thank you for being on the show, hanging out with me. I'm dead serious about this backing band thing. I think this is a great idea. Do you agree with me over there? Do you think?
I do, yeah.
Okay, well, you don't sound as excited as I do.
I didn't want to interrupt the ideas flowing out of your.
I think we should do it. All right, listen up, wrestling fans, because what I'm about to say is going to make you absolutely ruin your knee-length jorts from the inside. That's pretty good. You know what I'm talking about. It's Bash at the Bar 2. Whoa!
Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
I hate the show. That's right, Hulkamaniacs. It's Bash at the Bar 2, Saturday, July 20th, at the Knock Bar. Come take your best shot at one of the titles up for grabs. What I mean by that is we're giving away toy replica championship belts to the costume contest winners. So like best overall, funniest, best DIY, best tag teams, best group. It's going to be really fun. Maybe. Although the wrestling themed costume contest is the main event, there's so much more to see. My band's going to be playing a set. Prayer Line's playing a set with, Jake Hellman. You guys know that fucking sack of shit. He's going to be there. I may or may not hit him in the head with a guitar. We also have a chopping booth with Freya the Slaya from OVW. Any wrestling fans for real out there? Do you know what a chop is? You know what a chop is.
Yeah, I got one last year.
You got one last year. It's basically a very heavy slap in the chest. Very heavy. So Freya's going to be doing that to people for money. You get to pay to get slapped in the chest. Very hard. She's not going to hold back. It's going to be great. Freya was recently featured on the Wrestlers docuseries on Netflix. It's really awesome. You should totally watch it. All right, we're also going to have, I've heard rumor that we're going to have Al Snow there. And if there are wrestling fans, Al Snow's a big deal. He's a big deal to me. One time, this is a true story, I saw Al Snow's penis and balls at a show. Yeah, give it up. I know. Good dick and balls on that guy. It was, it just slipped out. I was at a live wrestling taping. I was like 12 years old. So I can't wait to tell Al Snow that I've seen his cock and balls. So be there for that, if nothing else. And then, of course, we're going to have a wrestling-themed DJ set from DJ Murph, a.k.a. Bobby Two Gloves. Dumbest name for a DJ I've ever heard. It's truly a night you don't want to miss. That's Bash at the Bar 2, July 20th at I'm really excited. We also have t-shirts for sale now if you want to go to Knock Bar and get one. They're $20. We have $15 tank tops. They were going to be $25, but they're polyester, and they suck. All right, guys, give it up for our second act tonight. I'm really excited to have him on. I'm excited to see what kind of weird shit he does with that Omnicord. Mr. John Pedigo.
Okay, so a few weeks ago, I went through all of like the PDFs and Google Slides of all of the songs we've learned for these country bands the past 10 years. I did take away like 2 or 3 songs where I was like, fuck, why did we ever learn those? That's fucking stupid. I didn't pick any of those. But the ones that were left, there were like 96 songs. So it was like, learn a set of country songs to go play Tyler's show. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Not tonight, just in the book of songs we've learned for country bands. We're almost to 100, and it's ridiculous. But I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll just do country music history of John Pedigo's life, and it was a lot of songs. I keep whittling it down, and then I just did all this because I like to entertain myself, and I'm sorry if it's not as cool as it could have been had I done something different. All right, so this first song has to be my earliest memory of loving a country song. Yeah, and also I'm gonna put my headphones on because I like to disassociate while I play music. All right. Robin Hood and Little John go walking through the forest, laughing back and forth on what the other had to say. Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Oodle-lolly, oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Never ever thinking there was danger in the water they was drinking, they just guzzled it down. Never dreaming that a scheming sheriff and his posse was watching them and gathering around. Robin Hood and Little John go running through the forest, jumping fences, dodging cheese and trying to get away. Contemplating nothing but escaping, finally making it. Oodle-lolly, oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Oodle-lolly, oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Still to this day, Roger Miller. Tyler's not there, I'm going to quit pointing at him. You may not know this, but Tyler will just go out and do whole sets of Roger Miller songs. When I do Roger Miller songs, they're like ones that anybody can do, but he almost exclusively does the ones that nobody can do. It's amazing, you got to go see it. Okay. I know, I don't need to pump him up. He does a good job. All right. So all these delay pedals, I'm like tapping them to make them work. You're just gonna have to hear it until it sounds good with me. I'm sorry, that's just the situation in which we found ourselves. So I'm playing truncated versions of a lot of these songs because I just want to rip through them. On that same bend, like if one of them is not going well, I'm just gonna quit playing it and move on. So also sorry if that happens. Okay, so I grew up with country radio. My dad always listened to country radio, and it was just normal, so I didn't really have to think about liking it necessarily until I was older, and I was like, I fucking don't, you know. Eventually I would, but there are a few songs from when I was little that I really did like, and I still like, and there were really two clear contenders for the next song to play. One was Swingin' by John Anderson, which I just don't think I have the fucking chops to handle, and the second one was this one. And let's just see how it goes. Down on the corner by the traffic light, everybody's looking as she goes by. They turn their heads and they watch her till she's gone. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. By the bus stop and across the street, open up their windows to take a peek as she goes walking, rocking like a rolling stone. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help it if she's made that way. She's not to blame if they look her way. She ain't really trying to cause a scene, it just comes naturally. Now the girl can't help it. Well, up on Main Street at the taxi stand, there's a crowd of people in a traffic jam. Hell, she don't look back, she ain't doing nothing wrong. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Lord have mercy, Baby's got her blue jeans on. That could have went way worse. All right, next. So after high school, we're skipping from childhood all the way to after high school. I moved down here for the first time, and someone I knew from my hometown, which was Chad, was living in New Albany. I was living in Clarksville, and I was like, hey, there's this coffee shop that has an open mic night, Twice Told Coffee Shop on Barstown Road. I was like, we should learn 3 songs and go play it. So we learned this one back before I knew there was even a man named Lefty Frizzell, and just thought this was a Johnny Cash song. Again, remember the delay thing. Now I'm going to play it in the right key. Like this. 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, there was someone killed beneath the town hall light. There were few at the scene, but they all agreed the man who ran looked a lot like me. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave while the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. The judge said, son, what's your alibi? If you were somewhere else, you don't have to die. I spoke not a word, though it meant my life, for I had been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave while the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. The judge said, son, what's your motherfuck? It's okay, because this part is really emotional and I needed to get quiet. The scaffold was high, eternity was near. She stood in the crowd and shed not a tear. sometimes at night when the cold winds moan in a long black veil. She cries over my bones. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave while the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. Nobody knows but me. That was like a 7. All right. This one could go real shitty, but living in Bloomington, had a band, Pedigo Junction. We did some country adjacent stuff, and this is one of those songs arranged just for you all. I wrote down to do this. Here we go. Smelled the air I thought was free, and I guess I snapped my leash. I run fast, felt so fun, but my running days are done. I'm a dog you threw a bone, and I'm feeling so alone. I wasn't running off to stay, but now I miss my chain. I wish I would have stayed instead of leaving you that day. Please throw me a bone, please let me come home. The nights are hard and no moonshine down. In the dark there was no sound, just this dog crying in the woods. I used to have it so good. 'Cause I'm a dog you threw a bone, and I'm feeling so alone. I wasn't running off to stay, now I miss my chain. I wish I would have stayed instead of leaving you that day. So please throw me a bone, please let me come home. I'm tired of starving for your love, I miss loving you so much. I miss living in my pen, can I be yours again? 'Cause I'm a dog you threw a bone, and I'm feeling so alone. I wasn't running off to stay, now I miss my chain. I wish I would have stayed instead of leaving you that day. So please throw me a bone, please let me come home. Please throw me a bone, please let me come home. That song's called Dog You Threw a Bone. I bet you can't figure out why. I'm going to change it to I'm a dog you threw a bone. All right, so when I moved back to Louisville, and we had something we really enjoyed doing, which was going to see Johnny Berry and the Outliers one Saturday a month at Seibenfaden's. We fucking loved it. Still do, actually. So me and two of my friends started our first country band, hoping that we could be half that cool. And I got really obsessed with the idea of songs that weren't lucky enough to be born country songs. So I was like trying everything. I was like, maybe this Bjork song could be a country song. it can't. And I learned a lot about country. Like, it doesn't fucking work, you know? But some of them did. And this is one that did. And I've played it in every country band since. So. There's something in the way you love me, wanna let me be. I don't wanna be your prisoner, so baby, won't you set me free? Stop playing with my heart, finish what you start when you let your love come down. If you want me, let me know, baby, let it show, and honey, don't you fool around. Try to understand, I've given you all I can, and you've got the best of me. Borderline, it feels like I'm gonna lose my mind. You keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Borderline, it feels like I'm gonna lose my mind. You keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Something in your eyes is making such a fool of me. When you hold me in your arms, you love me until I just can't see. But then you let me down. When I look around, baby, you just can't be found. Stop driving me away, I just wanna stay, and there's something I gotta say. Try to understand, I've given you all I can, 'cause you've got the best of me. Borderline, feels like I'm gonna lose my mind. You keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Borderline, feels like I'm gonna lose my mind. You keep on pushing my love over the borderline. I faded it out because it fucking sucked. No, it's okay. Like a 3? God. Okay. There's one I should really skip, and it's this one. Yeah, it's gonna be a disaster. I played it so much today. I was like feeling bad about myself. How about I just do like 2 seconds of it? Because Hellfire Honky Tonk, we did it in Louisville. Chad, Joan Shelley, Joe Manning, Sean Johnson, Anthony Fossalusa, Jonathan Glenwood. We played our first show Halloween at the Barrett Bar. We all had like skull makeup on. That night fucked. It was a legendary night, and I remember it very fondly. But when they brought the songs, it was very like traditional honky tonk, and I was like, no disrespect. I'm like, this will not do. And Joni's like, well, what do you want to play? And this is one of the songs I brought. It's so fast. It's the same tempo. Same. I've been walking in the moonlight, tripping in the starlight, Lord, and I'm feeling down. Walking in the shadows, sneaking down a side road. Come early morning, I'll be there at the edge of town. I was thinking about a good thing, think about a sweet gleam in my honey's eyes. I was sinking, feeling kinda lonesome. Come early morning, I'll be home by my honey's side. And I have drifted across the mountain, I have stumbled down the other side. I've been tempted, tried and troubled. Come early morning, I'll be home and satisfied. She give me a little loving, she give me a little sunshine, she make me have a good time, Lord, when I'm feeling blue. I couldn't refuse her, I couldn't misuse her. Come early morning, I'll be home with my honeydew. And I have drifted across the mountain, I have stumbled down the other side. I've been tempted, tried and troubled. Come early morning, I'll be home and satisfied. Come early morning, I'll be home and satisfied. could go. Don fucking Williams. Love the man so much. Like top 10 list, people I feel like we just would have such a quality hang. Okay. I made an album with Chad called The Needle Spins by The Village Ordinary. And the thing I'm getting ready to say, I want you to pretend like it's a really big deal. Like you're big fans and you just can't believe this is happening. The song I'm getting ready to play, we recorded for the album but didn't put on it. And I've never played it for anybody before. Right? Yeah, it's a big fucking deal. You're so lucky. And I maybe have played it for people before, I don't know. All right. That song could have in parentheses, John feels bad about his undiagnosed ADHD. I didn't know that then, but I know that now. It's tough out there, folks. All right. Okay. For a few years, I got to play in a Graham Parsons tribute band with my brother, Johnny Berry, Steve Cooley, my buddy Sean on drums, and not to be a giant fucking nerd, but I felt like I was the luckiest kid. I've never sang or played any of these except for playing the bass and singing some of the high harmonies or whatever, but I learned this one. Let's see. Nope, that's not happening. One more time. There it is. Worth it, right? That fucks. Just like Graham Parsons. Sometimes I get upset when people treat me bad. I don't have time to think, so I get real mad. I pull my hair and find somewhere that I can be alone. But when I do, I think of you, and then I hurry home, where I've got chores to keep me busy, a clock to keep my time, a pretty girl to love me with the same last name as mine. And when the flowers wilt, a big old quilt to keep us warm. I've got the sun to see your blue eyes, and tonight you're in my arms. Sometimes I get unwound when fancy cars drive past. Money don't get me down, but I can't make it last. I bite my nails, and if that fails, I'll go get myself stoned. But when I do, I think of you and head myself back home, where I've got chores to keep me busy, a clock to keep my time, a pretty girl that loves me with the same last name as mine. And when the flowers wilt, a big old quilt to keep us warm. I've got the sun to see your blue eyes, and tonight you're in my arms. The sun to see your blue eyes, and tonight you're in my arms. We got there together. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, I think I just have 2 more. Is that fine? They're short. They're fine. You're fine. Okay, so started another country band. It's gonna start getting depressing at the end because I've had enough of them. And seriously, if you're a dick, you'd be like, you guys have never done anything. But we played so many great shows, and my motivation is always to just go play shows and have fun and make sure that people get to come out and, I don't know, get fucked up and have a good time. But Plum Hokum, which was such a good band, Chad Acton, Sean Johnson, Anna Crippen-Staple, and Joe Manning, and myself, we did it long enough where I started writing songs, and I was like, man, it'd be real cool if we'd like sang these songs and like made an album. I shouldn't have tried so hard. But I did write the songs, and then the band wasn't a band anymore, so Chad and I went and recorded them. Daniel Martin Moore actually engineered it for us, and I haven't finished it. Poor Chad. Every once in a while he's like, the album? I'm like, I want to. We'll get there. But this is one of the songs I wrote for Plum Hokum, and then we recorded on that album. My life isn't so crazy, so I guess I started pilfering drama from other people's lives. And one of the people I did that to was Anna, who was in the band. And I was like, hey, I wrote this song, I'd like you to sing it. She's like, oh, great. And like, she's singing it, and then she's crying. And I'm like, oh, it's about her life. And I hadn't told her. Like, I wrote this song about you, this horrible thing that just happened to you. That's fucking shitty. I don't know why I'm laughing about it. She's fine. She's fine. One more. So then I started another country band. We talked about it a little bit. I did the whole backing band thing to try to create a situation to figure out if it was going to be cool. It was for a while, and then it wasn't, I guess. But one thing I love about playing in bands with so many people and playing in country bands with so many people is they bring good songs every once in a while, and then I steal them, and then I never give them credit. So I'm not going to tell you that someone other than me picked this song. I picked it for tonight, and that's all you need to know. This will probably be the dumbest one I play. Not like the song itself, but how I play it. But I appreciate you being here, hanging out, dealing with me being whatever this fucking is. I do really, really appreciate it. I have had fun. Let's see. The beat is rock 2. Okay, tempo all the way down. And then, yeah, it's been fun to try to push this thing and see how stupid it'll get. Let's go. Not yet. Almost. Not that. Nope. Here we go. Strange how you stopped loving me, how you stopped needing me when she came along. Oh, how strange. Strange, you changed like night and day, just up and walked away when she came along. Oh, how strange. So I guess that I was just your puppet you held on a string. To think I thought you really loved me, but look what thoughts can bring. Strange, you're still in all my dreams. Oh, what a funny thing, I still care for you. How strange. Well, I guess that I was just your puppet you held on a string. To think I thought you really loved me, but look what thoughts can bring. Strange, you're still in all my dreams. Oh, what a funny thing, I still care for you. How Thank you, everybody. This has been fun.
Oh, man.
That hands up at the end, like, stuck the landing. Totally did stick the landing. Man, give it up one more time for John Pedigo. That was... I don't have sounds. Imagine horns. There we go. Horn me up, brother. I'm feeling horny. Oh, there it is. You guys know I play a little guitar. John, you know I play a little guitar, right? See it? Just a little one. Come on, it's always good. It's always a good joke. You sad trombone me and then you horn me. I don't know if we're on good terms now. Jesus. Man. What a night. This was one of my favorite shows that we've done, honestly. That means I've learned a lot. What have I learned? I learned that you should never miss a Tuesday. A lot of you do, which, fuck you to death for that, but now maybe you won't. You will. You'll never come back. John, what did you learn tonight? Did you learn anything cool? I learned that if we did a show together, we'd never play a song. Last week, I basically did that, but with a guitar. It wasn't nearly as cool, but it was equally stupid. So we need to get in a band together, brother. I've also learned that you've started 40,000 country bands, and I haven't been in fucking one of them. Do you hate me? I learned that John hates me. Anyway, thanks for coming out tonight. I hope you like the show. You're welcome. Didn't cost your ass a dime, except for the tips, which, for a small and kind of stupid crowd, pretty good. Pretty good tips. I called you guys stupid. Nothing? Nah, I think you're actually stupid. It's fine. And I know that it's a school night and I know you gotta go. So before you do, let me tell you one more time. Look, props. Hey, thanks a lot. I really do appreciate that you came out to celebrate some shit you'll probably never hear again. Hey, thanks a lot. Well, I hope I see you next week, but I hope that you don't text me asking, hey, is the show happening? I was just taking a piss and someone texted me, hey, is the tonk happening this week? It literally happens all the fucking time. And I said, yeah, fucking every week, dude.
We did just take like 3 weeks off.
Yeah, except for the ones that I don't do, but like every other week it I let people know. And it was I'm gonna say it's a musician that texted me this. Musicians are the worst people. That's what we all need to take home from this, okay? Hey, thanks a lot. Thank you. See you next week.